Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, I'm Jerry Byrne. Now, my next guest is a gentleman. I spoke to him last September on the programme about his career, and boy, what a career it's been. Now, I'm delighted to speak to him again. He's released a number of singles since lockdown and all of that. Now, his latest one is going an absolute storm. It's a tribute. It's called The Ballad of Rachel Blackmore. I'm delighted to say hello to the one and only Mick Foster of Foster and Allen. Mick, how are you?
Jerry, I'm great. I couldn't be any better. I'm dodging COVID and everything here, but so far so good it hasn't got me.
Well done. That's an achievement, Mick, in itself. Mickey,
isn't it just?
Yeah, listen, you haven't been idle in the lockdown and all the rest of it. You've released a number of singles.
Yeah, Myra and myself did a few because there's several things going on here as well as COVID. There's travel restrictions and there's all kinds of carry on. For a long time there, we couldn't go any more than 5 kilometres from the house, and we were just messing about, doing bits and pieces. And we just brought out a few songs ourselves, just for radio stations, really. And then Billy Morrissey wrote this song about Rachel Blackmore after she winning the champion hurdle on the Grand National, and asked us would we do it. And sure, look, we were delighted, and sure, look, we were honoured that he asked us. There was probably an awful lot more better singers than me that he could have asked, but anyway, thankfully it was Myra and myself he asked to do it. So we did it, and it's going a bomb and getting serious reaction. I'd say the reaction is down to Rachel Blackmore, not down to us. But because, she's after making history 3 times, the first woman to win the champion hurdle, the first woman to be champion jockey in Cheltenham, and then the first woman to ride the winner of the Grand National. So she's gone down in history regardless, and then Billy's song will make sure that she's not forgotten in a couple of years' time.
Indeed so. Well, I think, you have done an absolutely excellent job on it, I'll have to say, and, I can see why, Billy picked your good self to sing it, because, it really does sound great, and the arrangement is absolutely superb.
Yeah, well, Myra did all that now, as I say. I'd be a melodeon player first, a singer second, but she's a doctor in music, so she's the band leader with Foster and Allen as well. But she did all that end of it, and I suppose the Bogman's voice maybe helped for the kind of a song it was.
Well, I don't know about the Bogman voice. It's sounding good, Mick, honestly. Listen, another interesting thing about it is it's kind of right up your street, because you're involved in racing, and I mean, with yourself and Tony at one time you owned the horse Nancy Miles.
We did. We had Nancy Miles was our first horse, and she spoiled us really, because we didn't give serious big money for her. And she won 19 races. And then, of course, we got Bowler and, gave bigger money for horses that we thought were going to be twice as good. And none of them even came remotely near her. And but they all won. The only horse that we ever had that didn't win, we called Foster and Allen. So we decided that wasn't a good plan. Like, he was second and third and fourth, but he never could get his nose in front. And it wasn't something good to hear Foster and Allen is down the field again, But and then I had a few on my own, and they all won. And but none of them even in the same league as Nancy Miles. It was just, she was a one-off, and there was nothing in her pedigree before her, nor nothing came after her. So, we were just steep with luck that we got her.
Excellent, absolutely superb. But it's that's one thing that both of you do have a great passion for, is horses.
Yeah, well, the two of us had loved horse racing, national hunt racing. Now, I wouldn't be bothered me head with the flat end of it. It's the flat. Look, for a start, you'd want to be, you'd want to be cultivating money to be involved in the flat game. But the national hunt, it doesn't matter, what a lad gives for a horse. It doesn't matter how fast the horse is. They still have to be able to jump. And they could be fierce fast on the flat, but then they could go head over heels on a hurdle or on the fence. But my father was a horse box driver when I was very young. So with the result, I was going to races before I was going to school. And Punchestown was the main one, because we lived up near Punchestown before, we moved to County Westmeath, which we did 61 years ago. But I always had a fierce interest in horses, and when we got the one good one, then it increased the bug, and we have, not we, but myself, we have a one ready to run at the present minute, but the ground is too hard, so we were, while everyone else was praying for sunshine, we were praying for rain like we had today. We need about a week of that, and then we get a spin in this one to see whether she's worth a damn or not,
Right. Yes, it's only when you try them out that you can really ever realise or ever know just exactly how good they are.
Exactly. Yes, it's like whatever, a boxer or a footballer or a hurler or whatever. They can be brilliant in training, but it's when it's put up to them on the field or with a horse on the race course. That's when you know whether they're worth keeping going or not. It's simple as that. But this one is going fierce well at home and jumping fierce well. So look, we're stupid and foolish enough to think that she might be good.
you never know. Fingers crossed, make it at all. Indeed.
Oh, never know. No, anyone that has anything to do with horses is a kind of mad, and I suppose I definitely fit that bill. But sure, look, it's a great interest, and it's just, you either love horses or you don't. And I happen to do it. I'm not into gambling or anything like that, but I might put a few quid on her. Just to give her a bit of luck, but I wouldn't be trying to gamble. I got cured. Nancy Miles cured me of gambling. She was back in the late 80s and very early 90s, and as I was saying to you, she won 19 races, and 3 times that she was running, I put 100 quid on her, which was a good lot that time, and the 3 times she lost. So I said there was no point in a bookie going round in a Mercedes and I going round in a Morris Minor.
Indeed, isn't that just the luck of the draw, the way it works? And the interesting thing about it, because I believe that all the proceeds are from the song, the Ballad of Rachel Blackmore, is going towards the Injured Jockeys Fund.
Yeah, it's we figured we get such fun out of racing, and you think about all the wins the jockeys have, but you don't maybe a lot of the time think of the falls to get, and breaking every bone in the body. So when we were doing this, seeing it as it was about Rachel Blackmore, Billy Morrissey and Trudy and myself, we said, look, whatever comes out of this, let it be big or small, we'll put towards the Irish Injured Jockeys Fund, and that's what's going on.
Well done on that, because it's something that definitely deserves the money of that. So and the song is available as usual on the downloads and the streaming and etc.
Yeah, it's on iTunes and Spotify and all that. And there's actually if Billy Morrissey has a lady in Cork who is selling actual physical copies, souvenir copies. I think they're a $5, and if you went into Billy's Facebook page or Trudy's, you'll get the number. If anybody wanted a souvenir copy,
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed. I'm sure plenty of people would. I mean, it's it's a sort of a unique thing, and it's a one-off,
Well,
certainly.
look, it's unique and it's a piece of history, and it could be a long time again before another lassie, wins as much as Rachel is after winning.
Indeed so, indeed so. She certainly has. She certainly has put herself and indeed Ireland and lady jockeys on the map.
Ah, she has, because I mean, no matter how you look at it, whether you're sexist or not sexist, she's a lady in a man's world, because all you have to do is look at the paper any day and see the list of runners and riders for both flat and national hunt, and there's only a handful of lady jockeys.
Indeed so, indeed so. It's quite amazing actually, and she certainly has, hit well above her weight in this, definitely, and it's a truly incredible achievement, and well done.
Oh, that's for certain.
Well done on the song, Mick, and well done on all your efforts, indeed, with the recordings during lockdown. And listen, fingers crossed, stay safe and well to yourself and Moira. And listen, fingers crossed, we'll see you back in action when it's safe to do so.
Well, all going well now, Jerry. Look, we have stuff penciled in for next year, and fingers crossed that everything works out.
Indeed so, indeed so, and I think we're seeing things. Things are a little bit brighter than when I spoke to you before, and we're getting the vaccines out there, and numbers are dropping, thankfully. So it's looking better than it was.
It is. It's looking, and I got me second job last week, so I'm kind of, well, you feel a bit more relaxed, but that have warned us, we still have to be very careful. Even if you have the two vaccines, the two prods, you still can't be going around messing, and you're supposed to still wear a mask in public and all this kind of carry on. So if people do that and cop themselves on, as we just say over here, by the end of the year, hopefully it'll be gone.
Indeed. That's the thing. It's been one heck of a journey. Unfortunately, some people didn't make it through that journey, but it's here's to brighter times ahead, Mick.
Oh, that's for sure. We'll look on the bright side anyway, and hope for the best.